Hi, welcome to another new video. In today's video, we'll be talking about Desert Yellow. So Desert Yellow is one of the colors in the Desert series of super granulation colors that's released by Schmincke Aquarelle. And Desert Yellow is the second color that I'm reviewing from the series. So it's made up of Pigments, PY159, and PBR7. How do you mix it? So of course PY159, we all know it's volcano yellow, no questions there. PBR7 has so many different paints that has the same pigment, but I think we are kind of familiar with the green umber that's used in many of the Schmincke Aquarelle super granulation series colors, and I think they probably use the same one because when I kind of mix it together, I got something pretty. It looks, I think it's very close, quite close. And according to the half pan, the information that's provided in the half pan that I bought, it is a semi-transparent color. It has 5 stars on the light fastness rating, so it's excellent light fastness. And it's supposed to be non-staining, but it's granulating, as usual. When we look at the swatch, normally when I swatch, I will swatch from a higher concentration or thicker mixture to a diluted mixture at the bottom. When you compare the lines before I swatch the watercolor versus the line after I swatch the color, you don't really see a very big difference in the line intensity. So it kind of signifies that it is really a semi-transparent color. And when we look at the water in paint and paint in water test, you don't see a lot in the water in paint test, as I think the variation is not that huge, the separation is not crazy. But when we look at the paint, the pigment in water test, you do see that yellow, the PY159, just dropping down. And then the brown, the PBR7, the lighter or smaller particles of the PBR7 just going, diffusing out, forming this separation. But you could only see this in a more diluted mixture. So let's see, let's look at the staining. Use a brush and just try to kind of scrub off that color and see if it kind of comes off. Okay, I think it's possible to remove the colors quite well, but it does not restore the paper color. It's quite good, right? It's really a a less staining color. So as you can see that you kind of can get it, but there's still that slight bit of that color, that discoloration of the paper. And when we look at the gravity test, you can see that the yellow color, the yellow pigments just drop at the top, maybe around this region, and then the smaller particles of that PBR7 just going down a little bit more, flowing, together with the water. So when we mix it with the 12 colors of the color wheel, it probably doesn't do a lot to green gold. And also the yellow light, the warmer kind of tones. But when we mix it with when combined with the reds and the pink, you do get this rose, I think it's a muted rose, dusty rose color, which is, I think, very nice. And when you mix it with the blues and the greens, you get these I think especially here, you get these really nice soft green color. And when you mix it with its complementary color, which is the violets, you get a brown color. And some of these neutralization does look quite nice. So what about similar colors? I think it's pretty close to Shire Yellow, which is also another yellow that's in the super granulation colors produced by Schmincke Aquarelle. It's just in a different series. In fact, it's pretty similar. It's actually made from PY159 plus another different pigment. We shall look at it in a future video, right? And I just did something a little bit different by comparing it with other colors, other yellow colors that we are kind of used to. So when we compare it to like a PY42, the yellow ochre, and also PY150, which is the azo yellow, we see that it is a little bit more greenish, more brown, like it's less warm, less red than the PY42, but it's more green than the PY150. So that's how I can't find anything that's close, or there isn't a pigment that actually is like look close to this color. I describe this like a grayish yellow color. Really something, I think, you know, as the name suggests, desert yellow, you probably use it in like painting sand dunes, sandy beach, yeah, like a playground, sand, you know, like rock surfaces, stuff like that. If you need to paint something like a beigey yellow color that's a little bit granulating, has some particles, some separation, I think this is kind of the color to go to you can you know, safely buy this. But it's pretty close to Shire yellow, so you can decide which one you want. Let's see how I use this in the sketch in the next segment. So this is what I did for the shopfront drawing using desert yellow. So there is in fact this like really yellow. I think the best color to use is actually Gamboge, but then I decided to try to use this color. The color does look a bit dull. It's not pretty, it's not that crazy popping yellow color, and as you can see, it's pretty transparent, especially like in you really need to put a lot of color, like you need to layer it a little bit more to get this color. If not, if I single swipe like really light, you get very transparent yellow color. I did try to mix it with the greens, I guess, to make this kind of like a lighter, more brighter yellow. And also use it, I think I didn't mix it so much for the shadow. I think I really just used the ultramarine blue. I kind of just cover it for that shadow. So for this one, I didn't really mix a lot of colors. I probably only use it on the greens. Yeah. Would I get this color? Of course, it depends. Let's say you need to paint a beach. You need to do like paint a sand dune, and you want some granulation. Convenient mixture, yeah, please go ahead and buy it, because I don't think you can get this if you do have like burnt umber, like raw umber, and you also have the volcano yellow. You can very easily mix it. This is the end of my video. If you like it, if you find that it's useful to you, give me a thumbs up, and if you'd like to see similar content, don't forget to subscribe. All right, and yeah, hit that notification bell if you'd like to see you know, you'd like to be notified when I have a new video. So I'll see you in the next Let's Talk About series, and yeah, have a good week. Bye bye.